Okay, dann fangen wir an. Nun, heute machen wir ein bisschen einfach. Today we'll make it a little easier. We have learnt a lot of grammar, and now I think it's time to use that grammar or try to do some general practice. So I fortunately found one book, and it seems like it is quite simple, wherein we'll be taking up some day-to-day activities. Like suppose if I saw an advertisement on a newspaper or on a magazine, or stuff like this, or maybe like we'll be trying to do some dialogue with each other, and try to make it as much interactive as possible. So the topics that will be covered in this lesson are simple shopping and transactions, use of telephone, asking and giving time, days and dates. Okay, dann gehen wir weiter. So I will suggest or request, let's say Ishita and Arvid. Okay, so may please try to read it. So Ishita, you are Verkäuferin. Verkäuferin means let's say the seller, but it's a lady. Yeah, so somebody who is selling on maybe kind of in a supermarket or something. And Wolfgang is a customer zum Beispiel. So I would request Ishita to please carry on.
Okay. Guten Tag, bitte schön.
And Arvid, you may please.
Was kostet die Tischlampe, bitte?
Moment mal, die hier. Sie kostet 70 Euro.
Perfect. Wolfgang?
Gut, ich nehme sie.
So, bitteschön.
Vielen Dank, auf Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen.
Perfect. So here we see a kind of communication in between Verkäuferin. Just a quick moment. बंद कर दूं क्या? A quick moment बेटा. इधर से खींच दो. Okay, so here we find a interaction between somebody who is a customer and somebody who is a seller. Welcome, Shiven. Today we are taking up some daily practices. So we'll be doing some group activities and like some dialogues or maybe some advertisement readings, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here what we have understood is bitte schön is something like can I help you? And bitte schön is again there you are, right? So if there is a question mark against bitte schön, then it is can I help you? And in general, if there is no such thing, it's there you are. For example, in a typical coffee machine, if you will see it in any place, so there is some coffee which comes out, and once it is done, on the display will be written bitte schön. That means it's ready, you can take it away, right? So that was just a small interaction. We'll do it fast without wasting too much time. Okay, done. Im Kaufhaus. So you see Kaufhaus is a supermarket, you can say, or maybe a place where you can buy something. Okay, so Doris is trying to find the restaurant in department store. So let's say Karthik is Verkäufer and Shiven is Doris. So Karthik, can you please start?
Ja, bitte schön.
Ich suche das Restaurant.
Das Restaurant finden Sie in der dritten Etage.
Danke sehr.
Bitte sehr.
Perfect. So here, just to point out, this restaurant has to be pronounced as restaurant, not restaurant, right? So there is a pronunciation difference from, although the spelling is same as in English and German, but when we speak, it is restaurant. Restaurant. Zum Beispiel only this much. Restaurant. And this is, etage. So you can call it as E-T-A-J-E, etage, right? Okay, so what we learned here is suchen, everybody knows, it's to look for. in der dritten Etage. So on the third floor, bitte sehr. That is, you're welcome. So normally, somebody when says danke, there are multiple answers that you can give. You can simply say gerne, you can say gern geschehen, you can even say keine Ursache, and as it is mentioned here, bitte sehr. So for practical life, I would rather suggest or recommend, please don't learn so many options. Take any one which you feel like. Maybe like bitte sehr is also right. Oder gern is also very simple to speak out. So you can take up any option you feel like and only learn that one. Because you never know, all of a sudden somebody says danke and then you will keep on thinking which one I should speak out. So better to learn any one of them and just say it spontaneously. Okay, yeah, bitte.
In the written etage. So it could be also like in the written stock, yeah?
Yeah, definitive. So etage is also known as stock. So stock. You are absolutely right. That can be replaced. That is absolutely replaceable.
Okay.
Okay, dann kommt at the supermarket checkout an der Kasse. So this is a very typical situation, when we are buying something in Euro, in Rewe zum Beispiel or Netto. So we often will be seeing this situation quite often. So let's say Verkäufer, which is the seller, is here Arvid, and Wolfgang is Shivendra. So I would request you to please carry on.
Okay. Also, das macht 45 Euro.
Wolfgang?
Sorry, I was mute.
No problem.
Es musste, one second. Ja, es musste auch diese Resier klingen, bitte. Verkaufen.
Ja, dann noch 2 Euro. 47 Euro bitte.
Wolfgang gives him 50 Euro note, okay. Und 3 Euro zurück. Okay, danke.
Das
ist
um
verkaufen.
3 Euro zurück, danke.
Vielen Dank. Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Perfect. So friends, normally Wiedersehen is something when we speak out only in formal situations, right? Maybe in some offices or in doctor's place, or lawyer or Ausländer Rathaus, solche Platz. Not in marketplace. I don't know why they have written Auf Wiedersehen here. It's very rare to find this word in supermarket. Also, the zweite wichtige Punkt is this word. Also is something like a Swiss knife. Swiss knife, which can be used anywhere, right? So it can have more than half dozen meanings. It can be simply so, it can be okay, it can be yes, it can be many more depending on the context. So probably you must have noticed when I speak also, I normally use also in between, which you should not take it as English also. It could be taken as okay. Okay, also gehen wir weiter. That means okay, let's go further. Also fangen wir an. That is okay, let's start now. Right? So this is, I strongly recommend that please make a habit to speak out, because we use okay also quite often in German, but it is always better to speak as much as German as possible instead of carrying words from English and using it in German language. So use this as much as possible. Then comes this ach. So this is ach is also kind of a exclamation mark, you can say. So you probably will you may have heard multiple times ach so, right? This is something like exclamation. Like once it so happened that I went to a supermarket that was a TD, and although the shop was open, but the Verkäuferin told me that it is closed now because it was only 5 minutes left to 8 p.m. and it was closed. So they were not allowing entry. So I was supposed to say, ach so, I did said. That means, oh, okay, right? So it's an exclamation mark which may or may not be having any fixed meaning, but depends on the situation. And then everything is fine. Anybody got any doubts? So you can please interrupt me anytime. Yeah. And here is a new word for me as well. Rasierklingen, right? So it is maybe shaving blades. The smacht, that comes to, that means that totals to. Zurück, it's literally back. Wiedersehen, you already know. All right. Then comes Ishita and who is Marlene in this case, buying a blouse, and Verkäuferin is Karthik. So Marlene, may please carry on. Ishita, may please carry on.
Okay. Was kostet diese Blouse bitte?
Blues.
Blues. Okay.
Ja. Was kostet diese Blues bitte?
Was
Die
kostet?
blaue Bluse,
Ja.
sie kostet 84 Euro.
Sie ist aus Baumwolle.
Aus Rainier Baumwolle, ja.
Moment. Sie ist aus Baumwolle, that is cotton. So there is one more point to note here is Baumwolle. So this Wolle, this E is like half E. You can use it as only half. In fact, any E which comes in the end, it's not to be like, should not be pronounced with extra weightage. Instead, it has to be pronounced only half. So like you probably have noticed hab. I never used to say hab. It is hab. So likewise here also Baumwolle. Okay. And it's reiner. So reiner means pure. Okay. I'm apologize to interrupt you. Please carry on from here, Marlene.
Okay. Sie ist aus Baumwolle.
Aus Rainier Baumwolle, Baumwolle, ja.
Aus reiner Baumwolle. Ja.
Dann nehme ich sie.
So, Sie zahlen bitte an der Kasse dort.
Danke.
Perfect. So hier finden Sie oder ihr diese Sie, right? So this is because this product called Bluse ist eine die Bluse, right? So even when we are referring to in a communication, we'll be taking it as a female human being, right? So we like in English we'll be saying she, so it is sie. So I take she. It will be something like dann nehme ich sie. So I take she, right, of English. So make sure that it's not only we use der, die, das, but in usage also the whenever we will be using this pronoun, so it has to be in Zustimmung, that is in agreement with the gender. Okay, so let's go ahead. Yeah, die Bluse, Baumwolle. Aus Baumwolle means from cotton. So you probably remember aus may be taken as from. Rein is pure. Zahlen to pay, nehmen to take. Die Kasse is payment point. Friends, once we are done with this dialogue thing, then I'll share this PDF file because I don't want you people to practice before taking up these sessions. Because whenever you will be checking any newspaper, for example, so you never know anything in advance. So it comes so spontaneous. Thereby, here also I want to simulate that situation. Also, language note. So here there are few points that we have learned right now. Aus Baumwolle bedeutet made out of cotton. Similarly, aus Leder bedeutet leather. Remember. made of leather? Is diese Jacke aus Leder? Is this jacket leather? Okay. Here's some practice. Now comes noch eine Dialog moment. Okay, so let's say Shivendra is here and Arvid is here, Verkäufer.
Was kosten die Nektarinnen?
Die kosten 2 Euro pro Kilo.
2 Kilo bitte.
So, und sonst noch was?
Und 4 Bananen bitte.
Gerne. Also macht zusammen 7 Euro.
Danke sehr.
Vielen Dank. Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Perfect. So as usual, there is nothing special. Und sonst means sonst bedeutet otherwise. So that is, in addition to this, do you want to take up anything else? So let's see, sonst noch was, anything else? Zusammen is together. Okay. Dann Dialog 6. Listen to the following dialogue and fill in the gaps. Okay, we have to listen. Unfortunately, I don't have these MP3s. Okay, now let us do this exercise, everybody. What we are seeing right now is Paul's Fliesenmarkt. Fliesen bedeutet tiles. So that we lay on the floor tiles. So it's a Paul's Fliesenmarkt. Here is the address. Then Reisenauswahl. Reason bedeutet rich. R-I-E-S-E-N. Okay. So I request you everybody to please go through it. I'll give a couple of minutes and we will take up these questions one by one. So not everybody will be answering every question. I request only one person should answer this and this and this and this and this. Let's go. Los geht's. If you don't understand anything, you can straight away ask me. Okay, so Karthik, can you just read out this advertisement once?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Paul's Fleisen Market. Bahnhofstraße 75. 9 Kirchen.
Moment. 25, ne?
Yes, I said that.
Okay, I heard 70. Sorry.
Okay, even I heard.
Oh, that's my problem.
No problem. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. 9 Kirchen. Riesenauswahl. Fliesen in allen Farben. Beste Preis. Erstklassiger Service. Professionelle und freundliche Fachberatung. Geöffnet Samstag 9 von 9 bis 16 Uhr. Montag, Dienstag, Mittwoch, Freitag 8 bis 19 Uhr. Donnerstags 8 bis 20 Uhr. Jeden Sonntag Schautag 14 bis 18 Uhr. Leider kein Verkauf.
Okay, So some words that I wanted to point out here is Reisenauswahl means rich, and Auswahl is selection. So rich selection. Best price, erstklassiger Service means best price and first class service. Erstklassiger first service is first class service. Professionale und freundliche Fachberatung. So friends, Fachberatung is, Fach itself means something like, you can say, subject. Let's say I teach maths. So I am a Fachlehrer in mathematics, right? So it's a particular subject to which he does, and Beratung means consultancy. So that means they are giving consultancy especially on this subject, that is the tiles. If somebody have any background noise, so you can mute for the time being. Geöffnet Samstag bis 9 bis 16 Uhr, and this is the timings, right? Now jeden Sonntag Schautag, that means there will be some display going on all Sonntags. Sonntag, somebody remember what is that?
Sunday.
Perfect. So Sunday is a Schautag, that is a display day, and on between 2 से 6 बजे के बीच में 14 bis 18 Uhr there is no selling, but it's just a show. And leider bedeutet unfortunately. So that means on Sunday, unfortunately, there will be only show but no selling, right? So one by one, somebody who may please tell me, what does the supermarket sell? Arvit may tell. Ishita, can you tell me?
Supermarket, they sell fleezen, which is tiles.
Tiles, perfect. In what colors are they available? Shivan, do you have any idea?
Best price. Where's the color? Fleezen in allen farben. So all the colors.
Yeah, perfect. So here it is written Farben. Farben means colors. So Fleezen in allen Farben means tiles in all colors. On what day can you shop until 8 p.m.? Arvit, can you tell me?
It is on Donnerstag, which is Thursday.
Perfect. Rishtish. What service is there on Sundays? Karthik, do you have any idea?
Yeah. On Sunday there are some like they will show all the products.
Vivite?
Like they will show all the products, like show
Yeah, you can say display only. No?
display. Yeah.
Perfect. And there is no selling on Sundays.
Yeah.
Okay, the letzte Punkt is, if you are new to Neukirchen, where are you likely to find this store? So, obviously Bahnhofstraße 25, Richtig? Okay, so you see, there's a lot of information written in a very concise form, because in most cases you probably may be knowing this fact that whenever an advertiser or a company posts such advertisements, or they are better known as classifieds, so they have to pay for every character, right, in such advertisements. So thereby there will be a lot of information which will be in a concise form, and every character, every word will have a specific meaning. So that was just an example. Okay, so what we have learned, I probably missed out on this. Sonntag is Sunday, Montag, Dienstag, Mittwoch, Donnerstag, Freitag, Samstag und Sonnabend. See, there is sometimes, I think there is a difference of dialect, or people from some area in Germany, they call Sundays as Sonnabend, right? So which is actually Sonnabend, you can say. So zone is itself is sun. So you can say Sunday evening. So it's something to do with sun only. Samstag is Saturday and Samstags on Saturdays. Plus compose your own advertisement. Okay. Working in pairs. Okay. Act out the following role plays. Working in pairs, act out the following role plays. You will need to check vocabulary first. Ask the prices of apples. Buy 1 kilo of these and 4 oranges. Right? So, how do I ask a Verkäufer or a Verkäuferin in Rewe, for example?
It will be wie kosten oder wie kostet.
Yeah.
Wie viel kostet. And the noun, like wie viel kostet apples. So then the answer will be apples kostet
Moment. Let us do only first part first. Ask the price of Apfels. No? So first of all, we need to find out what does apple sounds like in German. So it is
Apfel.
yeah, die Apfel. No?
A with umlaut and plural.
Okay. But what is the plural then?
No, this is plural and singular is der Apfel.
Yes, correct. So it's plural and the singular is der Apfel. Remember, it's a noun, so we have to put the first character in uppercase. Also, ask the price of apples. So it will be wie viel kostet, wie viel kostet die Äpfel. Richtig?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now buy 1 kilo of these and 4 oranges. So how do we simulate this situation? Buy 1 kilo of these and 4 oranges. So let me say it's me who is talking to somebody in Rewe, right? And I want to ask them what is the price of apple, and then I want to say I want to buy 1 kilo of these, right? Let us put it only this much, and oranges will do it later on. I will buy 1 kilo of these. So Arvid already told the first part, so I request somebody else to take up the second part. So you only want to say I want to buy 1 kilo of these. How do we say it? Anybody can give it a try.
Okay, go ahead.
Somebody else who did not reply in the first dance. Yeah, Shivan, you can carry on.
Yeah, then you can continue.
Ich möchte 1 Kilo of diese und 4 Orangen kaufen.
Yes, perfect. However, you know what? As I said, I want to.
Ich will.
Yes. So, if it were I will like to or I would like to. So once there is a like to thing coming, then we use möchte. M-O-C-H-T-E. And when we are talking I want to, I am 100% determined that I want to buy this. So I will be saying ich will. Right? Ich will 1 Kilogramm kaufen. Ganz einfach. Oder für 4 oranges, here you see there is no weightage thing, there is per Stück. S-T-U-C-K means per piece. So you can say ich will 4 Orangen kaufen. Ganz einfach. Right? You are buying a jacket. Cost this much. You are direct. Okay, let's leave it for now. It's a little confusing and I have to write too much here. As usual, going ahead now. And here we are. Okay. Also, here is Ishita. And here is Arvid. So try to do this dialogue, please.
Okay. Hallo Ilse.
Ich warte auf eine Kollegin.
Moment.
Was magst du hier?
Yeah, nun. Arvid, carry out. She
Du
did not complete it. No? Let's
Yes.
do it from scratch. Ishita, please start from here.
No, I completed.
Yeah, I know, but there is a lot of
Okay.
confusion. Let's start from scratch.
Okay. Hallo Ilse, was magst du hier?
Ich warte auf eine Kollegin.
Du hast also jetzt Mittagpause?
Ja, bis 1 Uhr.
Yeah, moment. This is lunch break, you can say. Lunch break, and it is known as Mittagpause. So it's ganz einfach Mittag and then Pause. Right? And I think I told sometime back also that you can connect two words using a S. So here it becomes Mittagspause. Okay. Okay. Arvid, please repeat from here.
Ja, bis 1 Uhr.
Was magst du heute Abend?
Ich habe nichts vor. Heute ist
Dann treffe ich dich später.
Ja, gerne. Um wie viel Uhr?
Sagen wir 7 hier.
Okay, 7 Uhr, also bis später.
Tschüss.
Perfect. So you see, when we are communicating one to one, somebody is talking to somebody and talking in, let's say, today evening, today morning. So here they have used 7 Uhr and not 9 Uhr. Right? So it's a common practice. Normally in Germany, we always use 24 hours clock. But if you are talking to, let's say, somebody and you want to just tell him that, okay, we'll meet after 4-5 hours. That is an obvious thing that you'll be meeting only in the evening. So you can straight away use the simpler version of time, that is 7 Uhr. Right? And I think there is not much to talk about here. In case if somebody has any doubts at any point, so you can always ask that question. Now here you see warten auf, to wait for. Now this is again which requires a grammar class. There is a combination. See, you probably remember aus, bei, mit, nach, all that these prepositions we learned, dative prepositions and accusative. Likewise, you actually need to remember some prepositions and verb combinations. What I mean to say is here is there are certain verbs which has some prepositions associated with them. So warten is just one of them. I need to recall this chapter and give some more examples. We'll take it up later on. But for now, just remember this, that warten, whenever will be coming, there will be auf with it. Now it's a contrast with English, because in English what we say is, first moment, I am waiting. This screen is visible, right?
Ja, es ist visible.
Yeah, I'm waiting for. So let's say in English I say I am waiting for, right? Now in German there are two, three prepositions which resemble for. One of them is für, which is actually like for only. Then there could be for, which has nothing to do with for. It's something like in front. And then comes auf. Okay, so whenever this is exclusively for waiting, so waiting auf Deutsch is warten. So what will happen if you you are extremely strong in English? So if I were to say I am waiting for him, right? So what will happen? The moment you will see waiting and you will be using warten, you get an inclination to use fewer, right? So maybe like we will wait for him. Let's say we will wait for let's say Peter, or we are waiting for Peter, right? So it will be wir warten, and then it has to be auf Peter, right? But what will happen most likely, you'll be, automatically from inside only you'll be inclined to use wir warten für Peter, isn't it? Which will be absolutely wrong. So the bottom line is, if you are using warten, it has to be auf only and never für. Don't try to compare with English and take up make the frame the German sentences. It will be 100% wrong. All right. So this is a chapter for some other day, wherein I'll be teaching verbs and their associated these prepositions. But for now, because I just encountered this warten thing, so I thought to speak it out right away. Okay, then let us go proceed further. There is one more thing, which is time in German. So it is not very tricky, but still needs a little bit of practice. So let me take up this topic as well. First of all, let's say this is the clock, and I am saying like it's 8 Uhr. Okay, so it is going to be simply 8 Uhr, right? Anybody can tell me whether I'll be using am or Perfect. So we'll be always using whenever we'll be talking about times. Now, as you can see, 6:30 will be 6:30, right? There is not much to learn about it. And let's say if it is 8:15, then it will be Viertel nach 8. Okay, Viertel nach 8. In case if you are unable to recall whether it was Viertel nach 8 or Viertel vor 8, you can straight away say 15 Minuten nach 8. 15 Minuten nach 8. Right? Viertel nach 8 is the best thing to speak out. But in case if you are having any doubt, you can straight away say 15 Minuten nach 8. This is 100% correct. Likewise, 9:45 will be Viertel vor 10. Right? Viertel vor 10. So this is ganz einfach. Viertel, and it is, let's say you call it Viertel as 15 minute, 1-5. So it is 15 minute after 8, and here it is 15 minute before 8, before 10, right? 9:45. However, the trickiest thing to note here is this thing. Please make a note of it, because this is the most trickiest thing. Halb sieben. So it is halb sieben when we will say halb sieben. So what will happen? It looks like 7:30, right? Halb sieben, but this will be wrong. Halb sieben is, it goes in the rear side, before in the back side, and goes at like 6:30. So halb 9. Karthik, can you tell me what should be halb 9?
8:30.
Perfect. And can Arvid tell me Viertel nach 10? How much it will be?
Viertel nach 10 is Viertel nach 10 is 100. Viertel nach 10 is 10:15.
Perfect. And then if I draw it here, this is my clock, and here it is 9, 12, 3, 6, and let's say where I am. Let's say I am both of my clocks are there on this. So out of Shivendra and Ishita, can somebody tell me what time it is?
So
Theater for 9.
yeah, theater for 9.
Um, See, I have drawn it like this. However, it should be something different than this. It should be something like this bada kata will be here and this chota kata will be a little upar. It's getting towards 10.
Okay. So theater for 10.
You can
For
say
10.
pone das. Pone das. So now tell me how it should look like in German.
So theater for Zen.
Viertel for Zen. Right. Perfect. And especially for Ishita now, let's say I am here 9, 3 and 12 and my both clocks are somewhere around here only. So you can say it is 6:30. So how it should look like in German?
It should be halb 6.
7, the next one. So this is something that they have this Sonnensabend and Weihnachtsabend. The one night before they call it Weihnachtsabend, like Christmas Eve. And this halb is also the same theory. So they have a name for the previous thing. So this previous half an hour, they have this name like halb 7. That's how I remembered.
Great. Yeah, good advice. Yes, so whenever we'll be doing this practice, so we have to come a step behind. No? So 6:30 turns out to be halb 7. It takes time, even for me also, as on today also, it always creates confusion. So not to worry. And yeah, as you rightly said, I think Weihnachtsabend is 24th December, right?
24th evening, yeah.
Yes, December evening. So
And
it's
then Sylvester, they call the Sylvester New Year's Eve, which is one day before 31st night. They call it Sylvester.
Perfect. So Sylvester. So this is a kind of a hint that in German we will be going a step back and giving it a name. So likewise here also 6:30 will become halb 7. Right? Now major problem comes when you have your friends or customers coming from UK, for example. I had a real tough time when I told him that we'll be meeting at halb 9 and that he turned up at 9:30. So that really is a big issue, but okay, sometimes it works. Okay, so gehen wir weiter now. Noch eine Werbung. Übrigens, Werbung bedeutet Advertisement.
Or Anzeige.
Anzeige auch, richtig. Anzeige or Werbung is Advertisement. Okay, so noch einmal, ich gebe euch 5 Minuten Zeit oder 2 Minuten Zeit. Bitte lesen Sie, gehen Sie durch diese Werbung und dann machen wir diese Übung später. Später bedeutet nach 2 Minuten. Los geht's. Okay, ich hoffe, Sie sind fertig. So somebody, whoever can, please tell me this. Where in
Yeah,
Bremen is this shop located?
the shop is located in Oldenburg Straße 36.
Yeah, it's Oldenburger Straße. Right, yeah, right. Then somebody else try to answer this question. What does it sell?
It sells video, TV, hi-fi, computer, photo, CD, telecommunication, and electronics.
Perfect. Lubricants, when we speak out this word now, so it becomes telecommunication. Okay, telecommunication. So this Sion, Sion, this comes out of nowhere, right? So you won't find any C or S character, but it comes when you pronounce telecommunication. All right. So zwei Leute, zwei Fragen. What are the opening times on Saturdays?
Von 9 bis 16 Uhr.
Perfect. Und dann für Shivan, what is the particular interest to customers in Yuli?
Das es gibt Computerwoche.
Perfekt. Perfekt, absolut richtig. Das heißt, between 4 July and 8 July, es gibt Computerwoche, wherein there will be Ausstellung, Beratung und Sonderpreis. So Ausstellung is exhibition, or maybe assembly also, I think. Assembly also will fit here. Beratung is again consultancy, or you can say, some specialists will come and we will talk on this topic. Sonderpreis is special price. This Sonder you can remember for Sonder, S-O-N-D-E-R. Please remember this word. This will be used many times. Sonder means special. Okay. Dann noch eine Dialog. Then I think Karthik can take this up, and Marlin can be Shivan. Karthik, please carry on.
So Marlin is me.
Otto is me, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marlin is Karthik.
Okay.
Okay. Grüße, guten Tag.
Tag, Marlene. Otto hier. Ich möchte bitte mit Wolfgang sprechen.
Guten Tag, Otto. Wolfgang ist leider nicht da. Kommt 6 Uhr nach Hause.
Karthik, can you please repeat from here?
Okay.
I missed your voice.
Okay. Guten Tag, Otto. Wolfgang ist leider nicht da. Kommt 6 Uhr nach Hause.
Gut, ich rufe dann später noch mal an. Wiederholen.
Auf Wiederhören.
Perfect. Okay, so as we saw Wiedersehen, so sehen means to see, right, with eyes. But here is Wiederhören, so it's a counterpart of Wiedersehen, Wiederhören. So it is like from ears you will be listening, right? So when you are on telephone and you want to make it official, or you are, let's say, talking to somebody in a very official environment over telephone, then we get to use Wiederhören. Auf Wiederhören. Zum Beispiel, only day before yesterday when I called the customer care of Commerce Bank, and over phone they said Wiederhören, right? So we use it only in telephone and only in formal cases. Übrigens, this word is pronounced as Wolfgang. Wolfgang, right? Because in German it is A, double A. Cruiser, guten Tag, heute hier. Okay, Wolfgang ist leider nicht da. Das ist alles in Ordnung ist. Okay, now a special point here. Ishita, can you please read out from here in English?
Yeah. Okay. The standard practice in German is to give your surname when answering the phone, as Marlin does here.
Okay. So normally it's kind of a contrast as in India, because in India whenever we speak we straight away tell our main name, that is the Vorname. But in German when you speak on phone, it's a trend to speak out the surname first. Ich möchte bitte mit Wolfgang sprechen. Okay. So because it's a modal verb, so sprechen is in infinitive and aufwiederhören. Alles klar. So not much. Guten Tag is only dry starts, so let me go ahead. Here we can do a better practice. So dialogue Zen. So let's say here is Ishita and here is Arvid. So please carry on.
Hotel Alger. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag, ich möchte bitte mit Herrn Kahn sprechen.
Moment bitte. Leider ist Herr Kahn nicht da. Können Sie bitte heute Abend anrufen?
Ja, kein Problem.
Und Ihr Name bitte?
Mein Name ist Krüser.
Danke auf Wiederhören, Herr Küser.
Auf Wiederhören.
Perfect. Also here, this is leider, which means unfortunately. So in case it so happened that Wolfgang wanted to talk to Herr Kahn, aber Herr Kahn ist nicht in die Büro oder nicht in da. So leider, unfortunately, Herr Kahn ist nicht da. Okay? Und dann ist ganz einfach. Übrigens, there is noch eine neue Word, ist Empfangsdame. Empfangsdame bedeutet EMPFANG. Empfang is reception. Okay? And you probably have heard somewhere else also Damen und Herren. Right? So, Damen bedeutet ladies, Herren bedeutet gentlemen. Right? So in case if you see some YouTube videos of maybe like Chancellorin, that is Angela Merkel, so she always used to start her lecture with Damen und Herren. So that is a neue word. And here Empfangsdame bedeutet the lady who is there on the reception. All right. Okay, then here we can proceed with, this can be Karthik and here can be Shivendra. Proceed please.
Yes. Bauer, guten Tag.
Guten Tag, Herr Bauer. Norbert Schroeder hier. Wie geht's?
Sehr gut, danke. Und Ihnen?
Nicht schlecht, Herr Bauer. Ich muss Sie diese Woche treffen.
Ja, sicher.
Sind Sie morgen da?
Morgen leider nicht. Ich bin in Hamburg. Mittwoch ist aber möglich.
Moment mal. Ja, das geht. Sagen wir also Mittwoch um wie viel Uhr?
Um 10 Uhr?
Prima. Dann komme ich zu Ihnen.
So, bis Montag. Auf Wiederhören.
Wiederhören, Herr Bauer.
Perfect. So one point to note here is, see, when Otto, who called up and wanted to talk to Norbert, he when Norbert picked up the phone, Otto replied, Bauer, guten Tag. So that means he is introducing himself, that ich bin Bauer, right? So maybe like somebody, if I were to phone somebody, and somebody picks it up. So I may say Agrawal, Guntag, right? Or whatever your surname may be. So you have to use that one and say Guten Tag. And then other guy will understand that, yeah, you are Bauer, and he will say his full name. Norbert Schrader here. We get this. Perfect. Okay. Now small grammar. There is, how do we use nicht? So friends, there is a kind of very, you can say, vague line between two words, and they are keine und nicht. So at times you will get confused whether I should use keine. These both are for negating a sentence. That is to negate a sentence, to negate the reply, for example. So let's say we will take it up later on, because even I need to understand the rules first, the grammatical rules, and then we will take up this issue as well. Also, hier ich gehe, das ist ein ganz einfach Satz, that I am going. And then if you want to negate it, you can ganz einfach nur schreiben, ich gehe nicht, right? So if you try to convert it to English, so it will be, say, I am going. And if you transliterate ich gehe nicht, so it will be I am going not. So which may be coming up with an exclamation mark, obvious stitches. So it's absolutely wrong in English then. So thereby, as I always say, there is a striking difference between English and German. So do not try to put one-to-one comparison. Er ist here, he is here, er ist nicht here, right? So here we did not say er ist hier nicht, right? As we did here, ich gehe nicht. Er ist hier, er ist nicht hier. Wir essen nicht. Trinken Sie nicht? Are you not drinking? Arbeitet Sie nicht? So these are all which comes with practice. So the more we practice, the more we'll learn. Of course, there may be some set of rules that when the subject comes first and the verb comes first, then will come nicht or something. I'm not aware of those rules. But by practice, you will understand everything. And here is möchte. That is not
mostly keine is used in the countable places where it is countable, and nicht is used when it is yes or no kind of situation. It's not like a amount or count. Okay. So it's like a definite and indefinite situations where definite is like it is certain, yes or no, and indefinite is like a number.
All right, perfect. Yeah, you are right, because if I say I have no time, ich habe keine Zeit, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be one good reason. Perfect. Okay, so I think these are all something related with time. It's not much to do here. Gehen, we have lesson. This all we have done already. Days of the week we have done. This is very general thing that, okay, I'll speak out quickly. This is Januar, Februar, März, April, Mai, Juni, Juli, August, September, October, November, and December. There is nothing in this. These are all numbers. Language in use. So this probably will come as a house of Kaaba. So you will receive this house of Kaaba. I'll try to put it in maybe like in a Word file, so you people can write down easily these answers. And again, I would request you to please personally PM me the replies, right? So I really don't want you people to see how others are doing. Negative sentence, make the following sentences negative by inserting nicht. So this we are done. That will be again a topic homework. I think this is done. I think it's getting late in India, and with this, let us wind up for the day. Bis jetzt Fragen dazu.
9.
Nein.
Alles klar.
Alles gut.
Perfekt. Dann, ich danke euch.
Vielen Dank.
Ja,
Tschüss.
tschüss.
Vielen Dank. Tschüss.
Dann bis morgen. Tschüss.
आज तुमने इतना बुलवाया तो वो निशिता गई नहीं, कल बोलती थी इंडिया में लेट हो जाता है फिर मेरे को जाना है, पहले सब यूट्यूब पे देख लूंगी बता। बच्चों को